This is the story of America's forgotten heroes. Dogs who braved countless dangers and brought our men home alive. Dog teams proved so effective that the Viet Cong put a price on the head of both dog and handler. VC soldiers were rewarded for bringing in the uniform patch of a handler or the tattooed ear of a scout dog.
Of course I love Shaq. Shaq was my dog. He wasn't the handlers before, he wasn't anybody after, he was my dog. Just like my kids are my kids. You're not attached to a child till after you have the child. You have the child, you change 500 diapers. You give them 500 bottles. Well, with these war dogs, I fed him 500 times. I cleaned up after him 500 times. You can't help but get attached.
But after surviving one full year together in Vietnam, Spencer Dixon and Shaq went on their last mission.
It was 11 o'clock in the morning and the helicopter was going to pick us up at 3, so really I was down to the last 4 hours in the field. And Shaq came up to this canal and he refused to go, which is what they're trained to do when they come up on some objects like booby traps or ambushers. Well, I thought he was not wanting to go because he didn't want to jump in the water and go the other side unless I was going. I went ahead of Shaq and went across the canal. And they waited to blow the ambush until I called Shaq to me. And I called Shaq to me, and all hell broke loose then. And when Shaq died, he let out a scream. It's just like pushing a button sometimes, but when he died, he let out a scream, and I'll hear it till the day I die. If he hadn't have been right there between me and that blast, heck, what it did to him, if all that would have hit me, there's no way I'd be here.
They don't have a voice. They don't have a vote, so nobody gives a darn. They don't have any money to contribute to some politician.
I thought it would be easy just to go in there and see him one more time and then leave. And then I spend many minutes there thinking about all the missions that we went on, and now I'm going to have to leave my dog. I wanted to take him with me, but the military said war dogs are equipment. You can't take them back. If they could take a disease back, if they attack a civilian, all 1,000 excuses why we couldn't take our dogs back. I knew Clipper would be fine. There's no doubt in my mind. He would have been a great pet. So I sat thinking of all these things. My God, this dog, this is going to be his grave. And right above his tree, I had this sign, you know, invest your dog, war is good business. At the time, it just disgusted me. So I reached up in the tree, I grabbed that sign down, and I busted it over my knee, and I gave Clipper a hug, and I just walked away. Couldn't do anything about it. So I left him there, and he just looked at me like I was going to be coming back.
Like many handlers, Charlie Cargo did everything in his power to try and take Wolf home with him.
I had tried through Army channels, you know, filled out paperwork, request forms, and different things that they have for you to do to bring Wolf home. Out of the Army and come home to a, you know, civilian life.
The Army gave Charlie a one-word answer. No.
It was like somebody just ripped out my heart. Probably the hardest thing I ever did in my life.
They did a big part, and I think if you're going to honor the military, I don't know how you can honor them without not honoring the animals that were involved in that and gave just as much. And when you give your life, that's the most you can give.
I got a Purple Heart, but they didn't give one to the dog, but he was killed. They gave the medals to me, but it was for what the dog did.
The war dogs contributed tremendously to the war effort in saving countless American lives. And somebody out there may have a father or a brother right now that owes his life to one of these dogs, and I just want everybody to know that these animals existed and served this country.
I'm a dog handler. I just like to see them remembered.